What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the vlog. Right now I am in some really big traffic. It's currently the day before Thanksgiving. By the time y'all see this, it's gonna be past Thanksgiving, and I get that, but I just wanted to document this because this year we are hosting a Thanksgiving again, my husband and I, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Right now, I'm upset with myself because I'm headed to Whole Foods and I was supposed to pick up this pecan pie. They have the best pecan pie, by the way. I was supposed to pick it up at 9 a.m. and it's like closer to noon, and I completely forgot I chose that pickup time. And so I just have to deal with this traffic now. And then I realized that yesterday I forgot to buy chicken broth. And then I also need like plates, utensils. I don't even know if I need cups or not. I need to get drinks. Like, I have all of these last minute little things I need to go get that I completely forgot about. So now I have to go deal with the crowds, the chaos. Like, I'm just kicking myself right now. But I'm choosing to try to be as positive as possible. Because I'm just thankful I get to do this. You know, I get to host, I have food to prepare, I have space for people to come in and practice hospitality, and all of those things are things to be grateful for. We have so much to do today, and I'm just bringing you along. I'm gonna let y'all know what our Thanksgiving menu is and all that fun stuff once I get settled. But in the meantime, we are headed to Whole Foods. Then from there, we're going to our favorite place, Target, because we go there all the time. Duh, welcome to the vlog. Thanksgiving shopping is done, at least I think it is. Now it's time for prep, but before I prep the food, I need to eat some food. Thanksgiving prep continues. I have the chicken marinating right now. We picked up the gumbo earlier. I've got the pies and everything situated. Now we have to run to Lowe's to get something for this microwave right here. That was an awkward angle, but yes, this microwave, it takes up way too much counter space. So we're going to find something to set it on. That way all the food can fit on the counter. Hopefully we find something pretty quickly. Then we're gonna go eat some pizza for dinner. And then I have to go back to the store because I did not buy enough chicken. We have to do all of that. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. The food is finished. Right now, I'm about to do my makeup so I can look put together. We have some family on the way that's about 15-ish minutes away, I wanna say. I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup because I know we're gonna take pictures and I don't wanna look back and be like, I was looking crazy. Like, these brows, they look crazy. For our Thanksgiving meal, we're having Cajun turkey, jerk chicken that I made. That's what y'all saw me prepping in the video. Mac and cheese, collard greens, green beans, sweet potatoes, carrot souffle, We have some bread. We have, how could I forget? We have gumbo. We have the gumbo. Duh. That's like my favorite thing ever. I did not make the gumbo. I've never made gumbo. I'm very intimidated to make it. But we got it from Little Dizzy's Cafe, which is a really popular restaurant in the city. And I think they have like the best gumbo I've ever had so far. And then we also have white beans too. And for dessert, we have pecan pie and sweet potato pie. We have dressing too. I'm so sorry. Dressing and cranberry sauce. My mother-in-law is bringing that. So that's why I forgot, because it's not here yet. So out of sight, out of mind. I'm just really grateful I can have this opportunity to host everyone. Like, obviously a lot of work goes into these things, but it's a blessing to be able to do it. And I'm happy that even though we're so busy with real estate and running a business, I'm still glad I can be a blessing to my parents and my in-laws, like just our family, everyone, because now that I'm older and I've hosted the last few years, I realize just how much work goes into this. And so the fact they've been doing it year after year after year, I'm just glad that I can come in and just open up my home and be hospitable and be a blessing. Y'all, it is now Sunday afternoon. I've not vlogged since Thursday, and that was not on purpose. I wasn't feeling good the next day after Thanksgiving. I was feeling under the weather actually, and so I started feeling better though yesterday. So Saturday I just felt like I was back to myself. And then yeah, today's Sunday, so I went to church this morning. And then I came home, made some lunch. We watched TV for a little bit, my husband and I. And now we're getting ready to go to the Saints game. Today we play the LA Rams. So hopefully the Saints win. So I just wanted to talk to y'all while I get ready to go. For once, I'm not rushing. At least I'm not rushing right now. As I'm preparing for the new year, I'm just thinking about what I want to change in 2025. And I think that's normal. We all do that. Like, we all think about ways we can improve and things we want to happen in our lives. But I would say in this next year, I'm not really focused on what I'm wanting. I'm focused more on who I want to be as a person. I started reading that book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And right now I'm on chapter 2. But something I took away from chapter 1 is it said focus more on being instead of having. So focus less on what you want to have and focus more on who you want to be. And when I tell y'all that was just so timely, like that to me was just so profound. I feel like my word for next year is going to be focus, because honestly, that's what I need more of in my life. If I'm being honest, I am such an easily distracted person, and I have wasted so much time on the dumbest things. If I'm just being honest and transparent, I feel like I've wasted so much time, number one, just on social media. I feel like, Instagram and TikTok have gotten so much of my attention and my focus, and I've not gotten anything back. You know what I'm saying? Time is your most important asset. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. And how you invest your time, just like the way that you invest your money, it matters. We have to be smart about the things that we allow to have our attention and have our focus. There are different things I want to accomplish in my life and, see happen. And I'm not really a big, I try to have goals. I really do. I used to be very goal oriented. I would say now I'm just focused more on what God wants me to do. And even with that being said, like, there's just things I know God has put on my heart to do I've not done. And I've not done it because I've been so distracted. I oftentimes think about how I'm stewarding what God has given me. And if I'm honest, I think when I think about stewardship, a lot of times I think about, like my money, my talents, stuff like that. But something we have to consider as well is time. If you're watching this, I encourage you to do the same thing I had to do. Like, I really had to sit with myself and think, is God pleased with what I do with my time? And I already know the answer. I already know, but I would encourage you to do the same. I don't want to be that person who, at the end of my life, when I'm buried, or, well, in New Orleans, we don't bury people, but pretty much when they put me in the tomb, okay? I don't want to go in the tomb with wasted potential and things that were inside of me, visions and assignments that never came out of me. I don't want to go through my life and be pregnant with purpose. I never gave birth to it. I just carried it around. At the end of my life, I want to be like a dry sponge. I want to be dried out because God used all that was inside of me. I want to get to the end of my life and I want to be battered and bruised. I want to literally get to my life and just have nothing left to give. I just been thinking a lot about legacy. I've been thinking about, even if I had, I don't have children right now, but if I had children, what type of example would I be setting for them with the way that I go about my time? My priorities, an area I'm trying to get better at, and I'm not trying to get better at it, I'm going to get better, is being more consistent. But I'm consistent with doing my skincare every day, and I'm very consistent with poor habits, so I need to change that. People say that they're not consistent. The truth is, we're all consistent. Now, the things we're consistent with, are either helping us or harming us, but we're being consistent with something. I'm just ready to make changes. It's just been proven, like research has just proven that if you will focus on one thing for 1 year, like if you will focus in on a skill or whatever, like if you apply yourself to something for 1 year and you are consistent with that thing and you don't allow yourself to be distracted or pulled in different directions, if you focus in on that, you'd be surprised at what happens. This past week, I heard someone say that extreme actions produce extreme results. People do not have the ability to focus. Being able to focus is something that is honestly super rare. Well, that's enough for my TED Talk. I'm going to finish getting ready. I'm almost done. Thanks for listening to me. I know I talk a lot, but I'm just a really deep critical thinker, and it's nice to process things out loud and process things with you. It is now Tuesday. I know. Yesterday was awesome. I got up at 4 and I just hit the ground running. Yesterday and this morning, started my day off with God. The best thing you can do. It's the best thing. Y'all know when I start talking about God, I can talk for a long time. I mean, waking up, spending time with God, I feel like, okay, I'm good. This video is not sponsored by Nespresso, by the way. One of the best things I did this year was, well, first of all, last year I ordered an espresso machine, and this year I started to use it. So the best thing I could have done this year was start using my Nespresso. When I tell y'all the coffee's so good, I'm not even a coffee person like that. Like, I drink it for the energy, but I've never really been good with judging the quality of a coffee. But I will say that this Nespresso coffee goes off. I don't even go to Starbucks anymore, like local coffee shops. Like, I don't want to go. I want to make my own coffee at home because it tastes that good. So yeah, I stocked up. I'm gonna be honest, for 6 of these sleeves, which is actually 60 capsules or 60 coffee pods, I spent like $53. But when you think about it, I mean, you would spend way more than that at the coffee shop. Right? A cup of coffee can run you between $5 and $6. I think I'm doing pretty good. I would tell you what flavors I got, but I can't even pronounce. Child, I can't even pronounce these. This one is vaniglia. Ooh, it sounded wrong. I don't know how to say that. And then this one is, I don't want to say it wrong. Chiaro. I don't know. But I do know this is my favorite one so far. So right now they have the limited edition. Look, I should be getting paid by Nespresso for this. This is free advertisement. But let me tell you, the almond croissant Nespresso pods. Thank me later. My sister used to be a barista for Starbucks, and she's great at like creating drink recipes, coffee recipes. So she gave me a recipe for this. So good. I just want to challenge y'all, like, I want to challenge you with this. Spend as much time with God as you can. Fight for your time with God. Fight for your time with God, because he wants to spend time with you. And there's so much he has to say to you. And it's not always about getting clarity from God or wisdom on a situation or a person. Like, I think sometimes we only treat God and put him in this category of counselor. But he wants to be so much more than that, because he is so much more than that. But I think some of us would just have more vibrant relationships with the Lord if we took the time to really get to know him and just experience who he is. You know, he really is the best ever, and he's just so good. And, you know, I just enjoy God for who he is. You know, I always say, Lord, if you gave me nothing else, that would be okay, because who you are is just, it's enough. Like, it's sufficient, right? So think about this. Like, if you were, okay, say right now, hypothetically, say that your time with God looks like you pray on your way to work. So you might, say a 5-minute prayer, 3-minute prayer, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. But say you do that, and maybe you read like one devotional a day or something. Like, think about if you were in a relationship with a man, and say that he only spoke to you when he was on his way to work for a quick 3 to 10 minute conversation, or say that he only sent you a text, and say that he never really took the time for you to like really hear from you. How was your day? What's going on in your life? How are you? Like, say he never did those things. Like, how would that make you feel? Would you feel valued? Would you feel pursued? Would you feel loved and chosen? Or would you just kind of feel like just a task on a to-do list, And think about, if you are having that type of relationship with God, think about the way that he feels. I think sometimes because God is so powerful, we forget that he actually has feelings, and he actually like desires time with you. He desires time with us, So that's like my challenge. It's just to like fight for your time with God. He really is so fun. Really. Like, don't play with him either. But also, he's fun, and he has a personality. And look, we have a personality because God has personality. He's not boring. He's not stiff. Like, he's very enjoyable to be with. I promise you. So just take the time for God. It doesn't have to be rigid or serious. Just even if it's going for a walk in the park and you just talk to God, like, tell him what's on your mind and things you wonder about. Or maybe you have a crazy coworker. I used to always talk to God about my coworkers, because I had coworkers who were just so mean to me for no reason. And I used to be like, Lord, I have a little bit of anxiety going into work today, because I don't know who's going to try to embarrass me, or I don't know who's going to call me stupid today. Like, they either call me stupid or make me feel stupid. And yeah, like, I used to have some butthurt feelings. Like even right now, I kind of get sad thinking about it, like the way people have treated me. But one thing is for sure, I've always gone to God about those things and just, just talking to him. And I mean, it can be good things too. It doesn't always have to be bad, but I just want to challenge y'all with that. Just make time for him because he really wants time with you. So that's all I have to share with y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next week. Take care.